Alright, good day everyone. My name is Hosea Yakubu. You're welcome to another session of Mathematics for the African Child. Today we are going to discuss a very important topic in polynomials, division of polynomials. Division of polynomials. Suppose you are given this. It said, given that f of x is being equal to x cubed plus 3x squared minus x, and g of x is equal to x minus 2. They now said find f of x over g of x. Now you can easily interpret this by saying they want you to divide this f of x by g of x. So let's do that. Now we now say solution. That means that since we now say given f of x being equal to what? X cubed plus 3x squared minus x, and g of x being equal to x minus 2. So f of x divided by g of x will be equal to x cubed plus 3x squared minus x over, will now be divided by x minus 2. So if you want to do that, it's a very simple principle. Now you need to know that f of x is our dividend while g of x is our divisor. The dividend will be divided by the divisor. So we can use the long division method, to do that. Now let me just give us a very simple recap from our elementary long division method. You know those days where you'll be given 31 divided by, let's say, 7. Then you will now say this is the same thing as, you will rule something like this. You put 31 here, then you now have 7. Then you now say 7 into 3 it cannot, then 7 into 31, that will now give us 7 into 31 will be 4. You have 4. 4 times 7, that will be 28. Then you find your difference. Now if you do your subtraction, 31 minus 28, that will give us 3. And with that, you will now call this one your quotient. Quotient, this is your divisor. And this will now be your remainder. That's the same method we are going to employ here. That's the same method we are going to employ here. So look at this. I will now take it up to this point. I will now rule my simple symbol. My dividend will now come in x cubed, then plus 3x squared minus x. Then coming down this point, I will end up having x minus 2. Now if you like, since there is no constant term, you can now say plus 0 if you so wish. We know that there's no constant term. Now if you want to now do that, step 1, what you need to take is to first of all take the term in x of the divisor, and you now divide the term in x of the dividend by the term in x of the divisor. That will now be somewhere here, that will now be x cubed divided by x. Is that? X cubed divided by x, what will be our result? That will be x squared, is that? So x cubed divided by, you now come up here and have x squared. Then x squared times x will now be x cubed. X squared times minus 2, you end up having minus 2x squared. Now, if we have that, we can now find our simple difference. If you like, you can put plus 0, plus 0. It's still okay. Then let's do our subtraction. X cubed minus x cubed, this place is 0. Then 3x squared minus 2x squared. Sometimes, if you notice, there will be a little confusion. You now write like this: 3x squared minus 2x squared. Like this. So minus times minus will be what? Plus. That will now give you 3x squared plus 2x squared, which will be what? 5x squared. You do that on either your rough column. So you come up here, this will now be plus 5x squared. Now, if we're able to do that now, then we'll now say okay. Then x into 5x squared. X into 5x squared. What would our result be? That would be 5x. Because 5x squared divided by x. This will cancel this, you have x, you end up having 5x. Is that? So you come up here and put your plus 5x. Then 5x times x squared will give us 5x squared. 5x times minus 2, that will give you minus 10x. You remember this place there's plus 0, plus, like that. Okay, sorry. This one is minus x plus 0. Sorry. You now find our difference. We are finding the difference. 5x squared minus 5x squared will be 0. Then minus 5x squared minus 10x. Sorry, minus 5x minus 10x. That will give you something like this: minus x minus 10x. That will give you minus x plus 10x. Your result will now be 9x. So you come up here and write your 9x. Is that? So, now, if we have that, this is done in your rough column, then x into 9x, our result will now be plus 9. 9 times x will be 9x. We have plus 0 here. Then 9 times minus 2 will be minus 18. Finding our difference, this will go, our result will now be 18. So this is the remainder. This is our quotient, Q. This is our divisor. Let me use small letter d for divisor. And this is our dividend. That's done perfectly. Now, example 2. You are given a polynomial of degree 3 divided by polynomial of degree 1. Now, so what do we need to do? You can just say, okay, this is the same thing as you bring out, then your divisor is 2x minus 1. Look at your dividend. 2x cubed plus x squared. Then there's supposed to be a term in x. Since they did not give us, you now say plus 0, then you have minus 3. It's supposed to be degree 2, degree 3, degree 2, degree 1, then term, a constant term. So since they did not give us the one of degree 1, you put 0 there, so that you have a space for, okay, so that we have a space for our computation. Now, if you want to do that, you take the term in the term in x cubed of the dividend and divide by the term in x of the divisor. Maybe you do it somewhere. That will now give us 2x cubed divided by 2x. So 2 will clear this. That will be 1. X here 1, x here, x squared. So 2, it means 2x into x cubed. That will give you what? That will give us x squared. So if we multiply x squared by 2x, that will give us 2x cubed. X squared by minus 1, that will give us minus x squared. So we try to find the difference. In finding our difference, this will go, we're left with this. That will give us something like this, x squared minus x squared. If you work it out, that will give you x squared plus x squared, which is same as 2x squared. So here, our result will now be 2x squared. Then you bring down your plus 0, maybe your minus 3, if you so wish. So if we do that, 2x squared divided by 2x, that will give us something like this. 2x squared divided by 2x, our result will be what? Will be x. So we come up here and write plus x. Then x times 2x, that will give us 2x squared. Then x times minus 1 will give you minus x. So as at this point, we now find our difference. In finding our difference, this will go, then we are left with x. I know some people will be wondering how I got it to be x. You see, you have minus x. Minus x. So when you open this bracket, minus times minus will give you plus. You have plus x. Very simple on that. So look at that. Then, as at this point, we can bring our minus 3. So this 2x, this x divided by 2x. See what we'll have. You will now have x divided by 2x. Now, this x here 1, this other x here 1. Is that? We'll end up having 1 over 2. So, our result here will now be plus 1 over 2. Now, 1 over 2 times 2x will give us x. 1 over 2 times minus 1 will be equal to minus 1 over 2. So if we work out this, we are finding our difference. This will go, x minus x will be 0. So we will end up having, in our rough form, we now have minus 3 minus 1 over 2. So that will give us minus 3 plus 1 over 2. Now minus 3 plus 1 over 2 will give us minus 2 and 1 over 2. That will give us minus 2 and 1 over 2. So this is our remainder. And this is our quotient. This is our divisor. Very simple. Okay, thank you. If you like this video, please subscribe and click on notification button. Thank you.